All right, InstantAcres.com for owner-financed real estate. This is a cabin set up as a homestead on 5 acres in the southern Missouri Ozarks. Got a beautiful wood-burning stove in there. This is going to be the ground video, and we've kind of spliced in the drone video. We've combined them into one and shortened it a little bit just to kind of give you an overview of the whole works all in one video rather than several. So you can see that it's set up as basically a one bedroom, has the beautiful antique looking wood burning stove in there. It's got a fridge, got a little kitchen area, TV and whatnot. It is insulated. The walls and ceiling are insulated. It looks like an upgraded cabin package that they then did quite a bit more work to get it to the state that it was in. And this really was set up as a complete homestead. They had or have, you'll probably see it out there, the water catchment system, and there he's pointing to the insulation in the roof. So they've got the roof, looks like the wall's insulated. It actually does have power run to the cabin, which is fantastic. That's a 100 amp breaker box there with a ton of room in it, obviously. So, and I think we'll see in a few minutes here the little outside detached outdoor shower and bathroom is actually set up to run off solar. But the cabin itself, they've got a power line run to. So there is actual power on the property. You certainly wouldn't have to use it, but it's pretty nice to have it there. There's just a little closet area. Very private out here. It's on just a little over 5 acres. I think we mentioned that at the start. And again, InstantAcres.com is where you can go to check availability on this. This is within the Pine Ridge Rural Development, which is one of the homesteader-friendly developments. So very few property covenants, no minimum square footage size, no requirement of a concrete foundation. So here we've got a drone video. On the right, you've got the cabin. On the left, you've got the outdoor shower and detached bathroom as well. And that's what is set up off of solar. And we didn't really even realize that until we went inside of it and flipped on a light switch and a light turned on, and we started kind of looking at it, and it was run to a battery. And so even though this hasn't been used for probably a year or so, that solar setup was still functioning, still working fine. The battery was charged up. The outdoor shower is really cool. Reminded a couple of us of camp when we were young. Got kind of the log walls and then that flagstone for the flooring. Excuse me. Really pretty cool. So that's the outdoor shower, and then on the other side of that wall is the actual bathroom and sink, and I don't know if we go in there in this video or not. Now we've gone back to a drone video. I think in a moment here we're going to take off. There you can see the solar panels. So obviously they haven't been touched for quite some time, and they're still functioning well, charging the battery in there. Now that is really cool, that structure you see. That's a root cellar that they had dug out probably with a backhoe or an excavator. It's quite a bit more spacious than it looks. You walk inside, you can easily stand up straight. You can jump up straight and barely touch the ceiling. They have it dug out, so it's nice and cool in there. They've got several large cisterns in there for additional water storage. Now we're focusing in on the garden area, which obviously someone put a lot of work into, but hasn't been maintained for probably a couple years. And that structure behind the garden was probably some type of greenhouse that tarp started to kind of come apart on. So there's outdoor shower, detached bathroom and sink, and then behind that, the blue structure, of course, is the cabin itself. And the cabin does have a little kitchen area, a little fridge. It's got a table in there, the really cool wood stove, and then I believe a full-size bed in there. Maybe even a queen, I'm not sure about that. Nice private driveway that comes off of the road. And you can see some of the walkways they did with the stone and the round rocks or whatnot. So it's fairly overcast the day this video was taken, but what a gorgeous property. The darker green trees are going to be the pine trees, and the lighter green are going to be the hardwood trees. So in this case, red oak, white oak, hickory trees, some black walnut trees out here. We saw a few sycamore trees down by the creek bed, which is toward the south side of the property. So tiny little creek bed that the topo map shows flows over the south side of the property, and we tried to zoom in on it with the drone to see what we could see, and we really couldn't pick it up. The tree cover was just too thick. So that road you see there, the main road, that's the county road. That's called Sargent Road. The property, as we look southerly, the property does border Sargent Road, and then you can see how the driveway kind of whips in there. So we're backing up. We're going to pan up a bit, and we're looking southerly directly over the property. So the existing cabin and all that good stuff is located toward the north side of the property, and now we're looking southerly. So there's quite a bit more property past the cabin. Look at all those darker colored trees. Then you're seeing all the large mature pine trees on the property. Now we've flipped around, and now we're over about the middle of the property, but we're looking north. So we're flying northerly back to the cabin from the other direction. Looks like a bird just went by there. This might have been taken a different day, or it might just be because we're facing a different direction, but now it looks a little darker. So you can see the cabin, you can see the large root cellar. I think you could see part of the garden area over there. Just a fantastic setup. It's only a couple miles off of a paved road, and of course right off the county road, so good access to this property. We always recommend a four-wheel drive truck or SUV on any type of gravel road, and we'll probably stick with that recommendation here, but Sargent Road being a county road, good chance you'd be just fine in a car on this one. There you can see the garden area off to the right, and of course the cabin. When these videos were taken, we were out there a couple hours, and I don't know if a single car went by that county road. It's just a very low traffic road, and of course you have quite a few trees between the cabin and the road, so you've got an additional privacy buffer there. Oh, now we're going in the detached bathroom. So we're looking at that. The way they had it set up, there's this huge, beautiful window right there, but then on either side, there's openings in the walls. So our best guess was that was a summertime setup, and then when it would become the fall and the winter, they probably had something cut that would fit right in those spots on both sides. Because obviously there'd be no way to keep heat in there without covering those up in the wintertime. And here's where we discovered that the solar package actually worked. So we flicked that switch thinking nothing would happen. But apparently whichever battery is hooked to it is holding a charge, and the charge controller was actually working. So it's kind of neat to see that the solar was still doing its job even after no one even looking at it for over a year for sure. Really cool little setup that they had going on there. So if you wanted to run the entire place off solar, that little setup wouldn't do it unless their solar needs were extremely minimal. But some garden hoses lying around there. Excuse me. But the size of the cabin and the way it was set up, it just wouldn't be that difficult to convert it to a solar system or to add to the existing solar package that's there, and then keep the grid available. Even if you had the power company come and pull the meter, if you just really weren't going to use it, then at least you would have that option at some point if you wanted to. If you just got tired of the solar, or if you decided to sell the place and wanted to get that back in action. But anyway, that's the video. InstantAcres.com is where you can go to check availability on this. If it's still available, that's where you'll see it. It'll be in the homesteader friendly section of the website in the Pine Ridge East. That's going to be tract 12B at Pine Ridge East. InstantAcres.com. Everything we sell on our website is with complete owner financing, low down payments, low monthly payments. We just make it super simple to buy good quality land, and we've been doing that for just about 20 years now, if not a little over 20 years. So check out the website at InstantAcres.com. If you have any questions, let us know. We hope to hear from you.